Hey everyone, Charting Man Dan from ChartGuys.com. You know, behind every single video that we put out every single day, there's a wonderful community of traders that we want to invite you to be a part of. Try the free 7-day trial and gain access to our live market broadcasts every morning and afternoon, interact with hundreds of like-minded traders, or take part in one of our dedicated chat rooms, each led by an analyst that's there to answer your questions in real time. Our trial is risk-free with absolutely no commitment or credit card required to experience the TCG community. For those looking for a head start in technical analysis, check out our entries and exits course in the link below in the description. Get up to speed with the fundamentals of TCG technical analysis and experience over 5 hours of great community-driven trading education. Checking in on SPY IWM and QQQ, bulls buying the dip. This is healthy consolidation, similar to the bull flag we saw back there. Not as pretty, but the bulls are buying the dip. Nice long lower wick closing up near the high of the day. Our new support is established at 242.83. We have the testimony coming tomorrow at 10 a.m. The written testimony came out today. So what that tells us is the market has adjusted and digested a lot of that news. So unless we see surprises tomorrow, I do expect there to be some volatility. But in terms of an all-out dump or anything significant affecting this market in a negative way, it's really, I don't foresee that happening unless we see some kind of bombshell news, which wasn't in the written testimony, which again, I don't foresee. Certainly possible, certainly nice to be aware of that, but the bulls are still in absolute full control of this market, establishing higher lows and higher highs and building bases of support on the way up. The weekly time frame, very small candlestick so far this week, tight range, consolidation, normal and healthy, and we'll be looking for the bulls to hold on, just as they have been. And in my opinion, the way that this market is going, nobody's selling, and the bears can't gain any traction if nobody's selling. The bears need to see, in order for shorts to gain any kind of traction, there has to be profit taking combined with that. And we don't have that. So in my opinion, it is going to take an event like we saw back here, back in mid-May, where we had the Trump dump, where really it's just market fear. If the talking heads, if CNBC can trigger some market fear on some kind of event, then we're going to see a pullback. But until that happens, it's really, I don't foresee how we're just going to run out of steam and start consolidating. I do believe it's going to have to be event-driven. IWM on the daily time frame, inside bar, we're going to be watching the range of 138.49 support and 139.53 resistance. Watching how that breaks tomorrow is going to indicate short-term direction. A bear break, and we look to the low of the pullback, and a bull break, and we're going to be looking up at 141.02 as the next major resistance, the high of this bounce that we did see. All in all, the bulls consolidation that we've seen after this big bull move is certainly favoring those bulls and normal and healthy. Bulls are very pleased with how this consolidation has gone. The weekly time frame is a ping pong bouncing around between the upper Bollinger Band resistance, which has continuously rejected the price, so we know that the bulls are struggling to get over that level, and the middle Bollinger Band support, which is 137.25. So an inside bar on the weekly time frame showing the range is tightening, and again watching that daily inside bar tomorrow as a pretty indecisive day in terms of the upper wick and the lower wick being the same size. QQQ, bull flag on the daily. We've seen bull flags in the past with this sector. We did see a double top with XLK at the all-time high by 1 penny, so we're keeping an eye on that, but this is a perfection bull flag setup at this point with the bulls buying the dip, the lower wick today, close at the high of the day, and we just need a break of 143.73 for a new all-time high, confirming the bull flag and confirming continuation. So we're much closer to a bull break than we are to a bear break. In the weekly time frame, the upper Bollinger Band resistance is 143.95, so we have to be watching that as well, but we've gone back and forth with this upper Bollinger Band plenty of times in the past, so it doesn't seem to have a significant role. Bulls are in full control. That's the bottom line, and it is possible to change that tomorrow, but the fact that the bulls were buying the dip into the end of the day today certainly does not show much fear at all. So we'll check in and see how it plays out tomorrow. Again, 10 a.m. is the testimony when it starts. I do anticipate volatility and volume to pick up a little bit, but in terms of lasting bearish effects, hard to foresee that happening. So I appreciate you watching, and we'll check back in tomorrow.